the posterior, anterior, you get apprehensive because when your shoulder falls off under your glenoid, that's apprehensive. But posterior can slip back there. They don't get apprehensive about that. So that doesn't bother her to just take it. That doesn't bother her. And I go, okay, I'm going to load it up a little bit more, right? So what do I do now? Norwood. And I actually grab her humeral head. I grab that humeral head, and then I take her across and internally rotate. And while I do that, I'm shoving the humeral head into my fingers back here. See that? I got a hold of that baby and I'm shoving it. I'm trying to see if I can feel it slip off the back of the glenoid. When I take it across and internally rotate, when I take it to that vulnerable position, can I feel it trying to slip off the back of the glenoid? I'm actually grabbing that humeral head and trying to pull it off the back of the glenoid. Do I feel anything happening? Somebody who's a chronic dislocator, you'll be able to pull that baby right off the back. Okay? And then, what's the other one I can do for that chronic dislocator?
Jerk.
It's what I told you guys China would do to herself. Joni. You take them like, so you got to start out here, and I load. I'm going to load down through there, and then I take her this position, and it slips off the back. And then when do I get the really good jerk?
Bring it back.
Doop. Right there when it comes back on. You kind of feel that? Where it would happen? It slips off. Right there. Slips off. Right there when it pops back up. That's jerk.
What do you mean when you say slips off?
It slips off the back of the glenoid. That's a chronic dislocator. Have you guys ever seen anybody? Have you ever had anybody go, look, do-do, they get this thing popping back here? You will have that happen to you plenty of times once you're, when now that you're becoming athletic trainers, you'll have people say, they'll figure out and they'll go, what is this? You go, quit playing with that. Leave that alone. Quit playing with it. But they'll go, pretty. They'll slip it right off. All right? Good? Good on posterior? All right, impingement. Well, we already did impingement. Except for Neer and Hawkins Kennedy. All right, so sit right here. Let's see if I need to. Oh, we're good. Okay, so what do we do for Neer? Let me come around back here. Usually I'd probably be standing in front of him. All I do is, and I want to point out what's internal rotation. This. So it's hard to figure out when you get up by the ear. So you take them up here and you internally rotate. And so what was the saying for near?
Near to the ear.
Near the ear. Near the ear. Now I'll come around front and do it. I just take them up, and internally rotate. Now what am I doing to that acromion when I do this? I'm just slamming it up under, what am I doing to the greater tubercle and the supraspinatus? I am slamming that greater tubercle up under the acromion. I'm just taking this up like this, and then I'm turning that baby, jamming it under there, and it hurts. It impinges. That's impingement. Hawkins Kennedy is very similar. You guys ready? I'm going to bring him up to 90 degrees of flexion. Elbows bent. 90 degrees of flexion, elbows bent. And now I do, and so what they say about this is you can circle it horizontally and vertically is what they call it. So I'm going to just bring her up here, and then I kind of slam it. I always go bam, bam. And then I can bring it horizontally even further across and go bam, 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 bam. Or I can take it up higher under there, bam, 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 bam. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just slamming it into the acromion. So you put it at 90 degrees of flexion, and then you can take it horizontally and bang it, and you can raise it even higher vertically. So they call that horizontal and vertical circling. But you just bringing it across and banging it into the acromion, and then bringing it up. So this is the one that the students went, oh, like a hawk, 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 hawk. That's how they remembered it. They flap their wing. Hawk, 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 hawk.
Chicken wing bam bam.
Chicken wing bam. Who does?
Lauren.
Lauren calls it chicken wing bam bam. Did you guys ever watch the Flintstones? Bam bam? Okay. All right. That was okay. Which I didn't mean that when I started. But all right. This is the one that I think is the most difficult one to do, is clunk. So this is the one we had, let's see, what other test do we have like this? This is one where it feels like you're patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time. You're trying to do these different things. Lay it with your head at this end. Okay, so clunk is for what? Labrum. Mainly Bankart. You start with the arm completely over the head. And I'm going to put my hand under her shoulder. So what am I pulling? What am I doing to her humeral head right now? I'm pulling it towards a Bankart labral tear. You see what I'm saying? Because where's a Bankart labral tear? 3 to 7. So I am pushing the head towards the Bankart. So basically I put her like this, and then and you guys, here's the hard thing. Don't get the elbow up. Leave the elbow down. Because what we tend to do is we do this, we start coming up here. Well, now where am I pushing the head? Back, towards the back of the joint. So you bring them all the way up here, you push the head forward, and then you just rotate it. And so it's a little like the meniscus, where you're trying to catch the meniscus, right? So I'm rotating it like we do with McMurray's to try to catch the meniscus, but I'm trying to catch the Bankart lesion.
You know, one more time.
Yep. You ready? Or you want to write yet? You ready? Gonna start all the way up. And the other thing is you got to figure out how to keep out of your own way. And you start all the way up, and then you push up on the head towards the Bankart, and then you do like this, and you work your way down. So, and then you got to shift your hand at it as you go. Because if it's at the 3 o'clock area, then I'll get it more when I'm down here. Right? So, kind of like doing McMurray's. Keep the elbow down, shove the head. Boom, 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 boom. Grind that thing and try to catch the Bankart. Now, some people say you can also use this for a slap. And when they do that, they come all the way down here and they push it up and go like that to get the top of the glenoid. And when you're pushing it up, you're putting that stress on the bicep going over the top. The biceps, you know, that roof, right? So they say you can use clunk also for the slap. But most people, clunk was originally described for the Bankart. But of course, clunk was described back before we knew people get slaps. So, all right. Now we're to O'Brien's, which goes along with speed. So sit right here. Let's go ahead and scoot back so you're on there solid. Okay. Okay. Speeds test. Speeds test is described several different ways in your book. I know what your book describes. I'll just show you what your book is. In your book, it describes this one. So, what is speeds for?
Bicep.
Bicep. Where's the bicep run? Through the groove. So this is the person's complaining of pain, usually right through here, through the groove. So what do? I bring them up, hand down, palm down. So I bring them into 90 degrees of flexion. Palm down, hold. Don't let me push you down. That does not hurt. So, 90 degrees, palm down. That doesn't hurt. Then I put them palm up. So I supinate them. What else is the bicepper? Bicep. What else is the biceps? A supinator, right? So I supinate them, and now I say, don't let me push you down. And that hurts.
So it didn't hurt when the hands were facing down.
Hand
because the
down,
muscles
no
were-
pain. Because now mostly you're using your deltoid.
Okay.
Now mostly you're using your deltoid. But when you roll them like this, where did my deltoid go?
Posterior.
Now it has a hard time helping hold up. So what do I end up using to hold my arm up?
Bicep.
I use my bicep because my deltoid is back here. It can't help me hold up very well. I can't quote the numbers on speed, but I don't have very good luck with speeds. So I'm going to show you one other version that I learned. And the version I learned was putting them instead of 90 degrees at 70 degrees, thumb facing up. So at 70 degrees, thumb up, and then you have them hold there, and it hurts. So there's another version, is 70 degrees, thumb up, have them hold. And I've had better luck with that one. I don't have great luck with speeds for biceps. And I know they have biceps tendonitis. I palpate over it and it hurts. But then the test is not positive, which is weird. Okay, so O'Brien's is a combination of speeds, and then we have to add something. So for the O'Brien's test, you have to do speeds first. For O'Brien's test, you do speeds first. So what's O'Brien's for?
Labral.
Slap. It's labral, it's slap. But for O'Brien's, you gotta do speeds first. So, if somebody has a slap tear, what did it get pulled off by?
The bicep.
The bicep. Do they probably also have a little bicep tendonitis? Probably. So they are probably going to have some pain on speeds. They are probably going to have some pain on speeds. But now I bring them horizontally, adduct about 30 degrees. So bring them horizontal adduction, and thumb down, all the way down. Horizontal adduction, and thumb down, and then say, hold, don't let me push you down. That pain is worse than the pain they got on speeds. So, if they have a slap tear, they are probably